Welcome to the Virginia is for Laughers podcast, brought to you by X2 Comedy. If you're looking to get more out of your Shenandoah Valley experience, then this is the podcast for you. You'll meet interesting people, musicians, and comedians that perform here and find out more about what you can do and see. Whether you live here or plan to visit, listen to explore what makes our unique slice of heaven. Now here's your host, Dawn Davis Womack.
Hello, Laughers. I'm excited to share with you that Harrisonburg has been selected as one of 15 communities across the U.S. to receive a $90,000 grant to host a free 3-year outdoor music series at Turner Pavilion in 2023, 24, and 25 from the Levitt Foundation. On the show today to talk about the Levitt Amp Harrisonburg Music Series are team members from Harrisonburg Downtown Renaissance, aka HDR, who were awarded this grant with incredible support from the community. HDR is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that builds up Harrisonburg's downtown district to a destination where businesses thrive and people enjoy memorable experiences. The Levitt Amp Harrisonburg Music Series is one of the many ways they do just that. From HDR's team with us on this special episode are Emily Winter, the Director of Marketing, Jennifer Bays, the Events and Special Projects Manager, and Grace Ruthier, their Development Manager. They're here to share more about this incredible grant, what we can expect, and sharing with us how residents and tourists alike can get ready to amp up. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's great to have you on today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Great to be here.
So great to be here. This is super exciting. I remember when your team was running for this grant in the fall and making a bunch of TikTok videos that were fun and hilarious. I think my favorite was the one where you all ran out from behind a tree with a bunch of money bags.
That was fun.
And I thought, these people are crazy and fun.
Yes, you know us so well.
And I was so excited to see this all come to fruition. And I honestly had never heard of the Levitt Foundation before. And I thought we should really start there before we get into the details of what's coming to this community with this music series and the artists who will be performing here. I'd love for you all to share with the Laughers a little bit more about the source of this grant and its purpose, because I think it's so amazing. So my first question is, what is the Levitt Foundation?
All right, I can answer that question. So the Mortimer and Mimi Levitt Foundation was started 20 years ago in California, and their goal is to help nonprofits like HDR inspire transformation in their communities through free live music. And so their goals align very closely with HDR's goals of using underused public spaces, ensuring access to the arts, and just investing in your community. And the Levitt Foundation, they started 20 years ago, and over those 20 years, they've given out $20 million to different communities in the U.S. And in 2022, they made the announcement that they're transitioning to a spend down foundation. So that means that they will be giving out $150 million over the next 20 years.
Wow.
So that means there's more opportunities to make a big impact and spread live music and making it accessible over more communities and making it an essential part of what makes up a community.
That is really amazing.
Hey, Laughers, Tisha here. You know what goes great with this podcast? Free Popster's Gourmet Popcorn. We're so excited to sponsor this podcast, highlighting some of the most wonderful people in the Shenandoah Valley. To show our love for you, Laughers, we're giving you 15% off today at prepopsters.com. That's PREPOPSTEROUS.com. Use promo code LAUGH15.
I guess the original founders of this foundation, I was reading, is Mortimer and Mimi. I guess their last name is Levitt. Are they musicians? Do you know?
I think they were just really passionate about live music. They're in the clothing manufacturing industry. So They are no longer the heads of the foundation, but their daughter, Liz Levitt, is. So she's taken over and decided to spread the wealth.
Indeed, they did. I'm glad that she's doing that. What does this grant opportunity do for our community or communities that they impact through this foundation?
So the main way that I like to look at it is it brings 10 more reasons for the community to come downtown and visit our restaurants, go shopping, and see how great our downtown is. And then we'll also have handicap accessible viewing and parking and restrooms on site. So we want it to be something that everyone in the community can attend and enjoy. And we'll also have nonprofit booths at each show where they'll be setting up to sell non-alcoholic beverages, and we'll provide the beverages and they'll provide the tent and they'll keep all the money. So that's just a way that we thought it would be cool to give everyone in the community a chance to benefit from this and, you know, help all ships rise. So, and some of the performers are also bilingual, and they are genres that we might not usually see in Harrisonburg. So we're hoping that will bring more people downtown to watch live music that might not come for what is typically at a brewery or a restaurant.
So there's a diversity piece too.
Yes.
Okay.
And the grant that we got is called the AMP grant. So it's an AMP series. So it funds the actual program. Levitt also funds different amphitheaters in the area with different grant programs. So there's a lot of really cool national amphitheaters that have been built with Levitt funds. But the one that we got currently is just for the series. But we are hoping that by being able to test this underused space in downtown Harrisonburg, it might be the conduit to actually make a more permanent structure for live music, which would be really great for our community.
Yeah. So also with the master plan that HGR partnered with the city to survey our community, we know that having more art downtown and in the community is a real need and want from the survey results, specifically having live free music. So filling a need that we heard from the community while having the support of the Levitt Foundation is really a win-win. So we're just really excited to be able to give the community what they want and also have the funds to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I think a lot of local people know Harrisonburg as a really cool music destination, but really getting on like the national map of being a destination for live music through the Levitt AMP Harrisonburg music series. I think it's just a great opportunity, both just for our local folks, but also for people who might want to visit the area, for our local musicians as well. It's just a really awesome thing that we're all very, very excited about.
And it's really nice to be making intentional decisions to make it as diverse as possible, not only in the music and the genres and the people on stage being diverse, but also making it ADA accessible for the ADA community, whether it's a wheelchair or a person of hard of hearing. We're trying to have an American Sign Language interpreter on the stage if we have that enough funds that we raise. So it's really been a fun challenge for our team to think outside the box and do something really unique and impactful for the community.
Yeah, this is a really exciting process that you guys have gone through, and it's going to be even more exciting to see it come to fruition this summer. I am curious, how in the world did you all find out about this grant, though?
Yeah, so I think it was like April or May of last year. Jeremiah Jenkins, who is he creates the Red Wing Roots Music Festival, he brought the idea to HGR, and because he's in the music scene, he knew about the grant, and he was like, I think that you guys are the ones that should apply for this, and I'll help you. I'll help you book the artist. I'll help you with the application. And he's passionate about the Harrisonburg music scene. And he just felt that we were ready to do something big like this and bring attention to a music scene that really deserves to be seen and recognized.
I agree with that. So you just said, yeah, sure, we'll just do that. Jump in right away.
Throw our name in the hat.
A 20-page application? Yeah, we'd love
to. What was the competition like to win this grant? There was several people competing, or communities, I should say, competing. How?
Yeah, so once we submitted our grant application, we were selected to be in the top, I think it was 20 communities all across the United States. So we're competing as communities from Hawaii to Wisconsin, Michigan, California,
Alaska, I saw.
Yeah, so all over the entire United States. And then we had to go to a public voting round that helps determine the top 10. So all of those communities were rallying their communities to vote online. I think it was around November or so. And so we really rallied the community with our campaign to get people really excited. And I know you mentioned our videos that we did. I was really excited. We kind of went Harrisonburg viral with our videos. So that was fun. And after that first one, we got some special stars in our community to also rally behind us and get their people involved. For example, we got Trent Reigler from the Steel Wheels. He's a local Harrisonburg musician. He kind of made it big. He did a video for us, which was awesome. JR and Kelly Snow in the education world did a video for us. So different people in our community really rallied behind us. Really rallied behind us to get the vote out there. We even got the mayor to do a video, which has also had some sign language interpretation. Just to kind of show off the accessibility aspect of our application. And people just went kind of nuts. We ended up being in the top spot for most of the competition, which was awesome. There was one moment where Wisconsin was trying to get ahead of us, but we
Wisconsin
knocked them down again. But yeah, I think during that voting process, we really confirmed that this is something that our community really, really wants and is super passionate about. And Levitt definitely saw that and awarded us the grants later that year. So it was a whirlwind of a campaign, but definitely a very exciting one and something that I think this brought everyone together. Even before the concerts start, like just even the idea of the concerts was already starting to bring people together.
Yeah, the videos were really a ton of fun. And I am wondering who came up with all these ideas for those.
Oh my gosh, we're just a very collaborative team. We also have some great interns that are very good at knowing what's trendy, what's fun. So I think we kind of co-wrote that initial one where that's running around with money bags. And then with that example, again, like a lot of our local community folks kind of rallied together and made their own videos that we shared. And it was just like a fun collaborative process from a lot of people in our community.
Yeah, you could see that. It was very heartwarming and also, again, very fun. Was this process stressful going through this competition with all these other communities around the U.S.?
I mean, it was really obvious from the start that our community was backing us. So that helped, melee some of the stress. And so from that, we knew the community wanted this and they would be willing to volunteer and help make it happen, not only just by voting, but being part of the whole process of actually bringing the concerts here.
Yeah, I think that the voting was less stressful. It was more so when we got it, we were like, oh, the real work starts now. Raise money, we have to get volunteers. So I think the voting process was exciting, as well as getting the grant was exciting. But it was like reality set in, like we just added a lot to our work plan. Here we go.
Before the reality set in, though, and you found out that you won, Was there much rejoicing in the office? Were you all together?
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely refreshing our computers because we knew what date like the announcement was going to come out. But yeah, a lot of refreshing, a lot of happy dancing when we figured out that we went. We were all very, very excited.
We had to wait like over a month to find out once the public voting and everything closed. So we were very ready to know.
and the public voting was like a large part of it, but there was still like other considerations that Levitt has to make before they actually finalize. Like, we had a fairly good intuition that we would get it, but like you never know. And so being able to confirm that was very exciting. And there's a lot of happiness, happy, excited dancing.
Yay! Happy dancing all around the office.
Did any of the interns take video of the happy dancing? Do we have that on record anywhere?
I think so. I think we got the announcement right in the middle of our Back the Burr campaign, which is great for us just to kind of, again, rally people for end of the year giving. But there's a lot going on all the time. And it was just another exciting thing among other exciting things. So
I think we just had a big text chain between everyone in the office. They're on California time. So they sent it after we had left the office. Just a lot of all caps texting.
All caps texting. We won. We did it. Good job. That's great. Well, let's get into who's going to be performing this year. I want to talk about this and when it will take place. But before I actually do that, I want to clarify with you all about the submissions for artists. It's now closed for this year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But is there a way for bands and promoters to send booking inquiries for the future series, even starting now?
Yeah, we have an email that is monitored by Quillen Hall, one of the co-chairs of the core committee for Levitt. And he handled all of the booking, and he checks this email. It's bookinglevitthva@gmail.com. And that information is also on the Levitt webpage on the HDR website.
Great. And Laughers, will be sure to put that information in the show notes for you as well. So if you're a band or a promoter, you know who to contact. If you know a band or a promoter, you will also know who to contact. So please do spread the word. What artists will be performing on the series this first year in 2023?
So we have artists that are touring in the nation currently, and just a wide variety. So the first concert will be Flor de Toloache, and they are an all-female Latin Grammy-winning mariachi group, and they've gone to a lot of different Levitt towns, and they are very popular among the Levitt community. And we heard about them, and we knew that we really wanted them from the start, and we got them as our opening.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
great.
And then we have Aaron Lee Tajjan, who is indie rock Grammy-nominated songwriter, and he performed at Red Wing Roots last year. So some people might recognize that name. And Philip Michael Scales, he grew up calling B.B. King his uncle, and B.B. King called him nephew. So he has good roots in the blues world. And so we're excited to have him come. And we've got Kufnats and Christina Elise, which is an interesting pair. One of them is a poet and an MC, and the other is a trained harpist and vocalist. Right. They've combined their forces to do like contemporary, classical, hip hop, soul, new age music.
Very cool.
Yeah. And we have a band, Cinemateca, coming from Roanoke. They're the only Virginia band that will be performing, but we're excited to have them. They have a ton of instruments, like guitar, keys, bass, drums, horns, and it's all about dance and having fun.
I'm all about it. Yeah.
We've got Twisted Pine, and they also performed at Red Wing last year, and they are indie folk, jazz, bluegrass, and just a bunch of different sounds and musicians again. And Rebecca Frazier, who has won awards for being a flat-picking guitarist, and she's a singer and a songwriter and a well-known bluegrass musician in the Nashville scene. But she is from Eastern Virginia originally. And then we have a duo. One of them is Venezuelan, and the other is from North Carolina. So Larry and Joe, they've combined Venezuelan and Appalachian roots. So that'll be a fun duo.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we've got Jay and the Causeways to end things. And they have a lot of band members, and it's all soul and R&B. The vocals are really amazing, very bluesy. And then they have a lot of brass and beats. And yeah, so it'll be a great lineup.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
And one of the really great things that Levitt helps us small towns and nonprofits be able to do is book these nationally touring bands that would not normally be in Harrisonburg. So it's just a really cool opportunity to put Harrisonburg on the map, since we all know as in our local community what great music scene that we have here. But it's just a great way to expose other bands and other tourists in our local community to music opportunities that they would have to go to DC or go to Richmond, so it's really fun to be able to get some bands that would not normally stop in our small town.
Yeah. And Harrisonburg will be listed as a tour destination on their sites, and it'll just bring attention to Harrisonburg as a music destination and hopefully get some attention for all of our local artists too.
Yes, we have an incredible, and I mean incredible, music community. It is amazing, the artists that we have here locally. And I love that the Levitt Foundation and this gives a platform to bring more people to Harrisonburg, like you all are talking about. Because if you're going to tour to Harrisonburg and this, come to this series, you're probably going to stay at least a day or two. And then we have local music artists performing here all the time, and that they're coming here for music, and then they'll be able to be introduced to our local artists while they're here at the local breweries and other establishments that we have. So this is a really nice beginning to something really beautiful, I think. So I appreciate your team's hard work. I do. So let's talk about when this series will take place then this summer, the dates and times. Can you share that with the Laughers?
Yeah, so the concert series will be Wednesday evenings from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you work during the summers, you can kind of go for happy hour downtown and then picnic over at the concert area. The first one will be Wednesday, July 12th, and then they'll be pretty much every week through the summer and early fall. There's just one date that we're going to skip in August. So Wednesday, August 23rd is a blank date. But overall, it'll be July 12th through September 20th, Wednesday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m. So it'll be a really fun late summer, early fall activity for both our locals, for people who are touring, coming to Harrisonburg, and also for our college students. We really wanted to get them involved with some of our September dates as well.
Oh, yeah. JMU's community coming out will be fabulous as well. What else will be there besides the music for our community?
Yeah, so we have a lot of really fun entertainment outside of the music itself. We didn't mention the nonprofits yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Actually, a little.
Well, so yeah, I think Jennifer had talked about it a little bit, but it's exciting to be able to bring in nonprofits from our local community to show off their missions and why their work is so important. So they'll have a booth space, as well as being able to sell some refreshments and be able to keep those funds to go towards their missions. And so each night we'll have 10 different nonprofits to feature. And then also we're trying to secure sponsors to be able to have the matching funds for the grant. And part of the sponsor opportunities is to have a booth at the concert. And one confirmed that is very exciting is Kline's Dairy Bar. So Kline's will be out there with their ice cream truck serving their delicious homemade tasty treats. And they'll be at all 10 nights. So looking forward to getting some yummy ice cream on a hot summer day, listening to music outside. And with the sponsors, we are looking to complete our matching grant. So Levitt is, the foundation is giving us $90,000 over the next 3 years. HDR is also responsible for raising $90,000 over the next 3 years. So the sponsorships is extremely important in order to pull off this concert series. And we have two different sponsorship opportunities at a presenting level and a gold level, both giving some really unique benefits and exposure to the sponsors. And so we're just excited to have more community involvement and have people invest in their downtown and their community in this live music series. And all that information is on our website under the sponsorship tab. And of course, if people are interested in how they can get involved, whether it is sponsoring or donating their time and being a volunteer, they can find out that information on the website or contact us directly.
Yeah, I want to add on to that. So Harrisonburg, like downtown Harrisonburg, is just a really collaborative community. So we're really excited to see both what this does for our community and also like how our businesses will get involved. We're excited to have it and the time that it is to allow people to go to happy hour at our local breweries, to pack a picnic at one of our amazing restaurants we have, maybe even go to a museum if they're free during the day. So really making it a sort of really fun, wholesome, like well-rounded activity with all of the great businesses and things that there are to do downtown. And then just capping it off and having the Levitt Music Series be a part of that experience as well. It being free, it makes it really accessible to everybody. So we're excited to see just the amount of people in downtown, and it's going to be a really great vibe. It's going to be so fun just to see everyone smiling, enjoying the music, enjoying the community that we have downtown every day, but it's just a little amped up, you know. Hey.
And just to add on to that, we will have the iHeartRadio van there starting at like around 5:30. Just to start creating the gather here, get takeout from one of the amazing downtown restaurants and bring it here, set up a blanket, claim your spot,
get some ice cream.
Yeah.
That's right.
Outside vendors, just because this is still about HDR's mission of supporting downtown. So we will be encouraging people to eat downtown, and we do have Giddy Up that delivers on bikes. So
yeah, that's great. There's a lot to do downtown, too. We have escape rooms downtown. They've been a guest on this podcast.
You know, you can get a book at the library.
Yeah.
Go to the new cat cafe, see some cats that are adoptable. There's so much fun things to do for just like anybody. Any taste, there's something.
Yeah, a lot of really great boutique shops are downtown. 10 Villages is there. Lady Jane shop, she's been on the... Sarah's been on our podcast interview. There's Explore More Museum as well. So if you're bringing a family, there is something you can do with them. And the breweries, a lot of them are within walking distance of the Turner Pavilion.
Yeah, and a lot have great outdoor dining options as well. So if the weather is beautiful, which we know all summer is going to be gorgeous, there's plenty of opportunity to enjoy Harrisonburg's lovely summer and fall weather, getting a drink outside, eating outside, and again, taking it to Turner Pavilion to enjoy that free music.
Yeah. And then there's lodging options too downtown. So we just had Joshua Wilton House on. So
great B&B. That is literally like in steps of where you're going to be. Friendly City Inn is also very
amazing cocktails.
And amazing cocktails.
Right. Yes.
We have a lot of great lodging partners as well that are very close. Hotel Madison, again, very large hotel that's, again, super close by. So if you're coming from outside the area, definitely options for you as well.
I agree with that. And Joshua Wilton has the happy hour special for $20 per guest. No, and and it fits right in because it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, their happy hours. So, this works perfect.
You can probably just sit on their front porch and hear the music.
Exactly. Yeah, this is really exciting. Your team, it takes a village to make these things happen. And your team is still looking for some volunteers. You've gotten a great handful of volunteers already. And this volunteer committee is co-chaired by Red Wings Roots Festival organizer Jeremiah Jenkins, you mentioned earlier, a local artist and collaborator on the Living Room series at Court Square Theater, Quillen Hall, and a community legend around here, Bill Howard from the Judy Chops and Stanton Jams. And they're helping coordinate this committee of volunteers to get things done. They are looking for some more, and there are multiple ways laughers can volunteer in this extremely crucial behind the scenes work that goes into putting on the Levitt Amp Harrisonburg music series. So my question to you is, if a laugher would love to help out with this and is interested in doing so, what do they need to know?
Yeah, so we have information about volunteering for both the Levitt Amp series as well as all of our other events on our website. So it's just downtownharrisonburg.org/volunteer. But if you're specifically interested in the Levitt Amp Harrisonburg series, you can also visit amphburg.com. We have information about our Day of Show committee, which is what we're accepting applications for right now. But something I think we didn't mention too is that we had a really great group of volunteers that actually helped us pick out our artists for this year. So if you're interested in being on the talent selection committee next year, definitely sign up for our volunteer email list. We'll give out information about that for next year. But yeah, this whole series is really volunteer driven, and there's definitely a lot of opportunities to get involved. So if you are even a little bit interested, definitely check out our website. We have tons of information for you to really bring this great program to our community.
Yeah. Even if you're interested in learning about producing a concert or a music series, you'll learn a lot from being on the Day of Show committee. We have an SL100 stage that will need to be set up before every show. And that is a good skill to have if you want to be in the music business. So we'll have our Day of Show volunteers working directly on that and doing the sound setup and the perimeter and figuring out the Day of Show flow and working with the artists. So it's a good exposure opportunity to learn more about the industry too.
And we also have some really fun swag for our volunteers. So if you're just free t-shirts, if you want a new tote bag, we have some really cool Levitt Amp swag as well. Matt Leach, he's a local designer, made this really cool design for us this year that we're excited to see on different merchandise. So if you're interested in any of that too, I mean, I always love a free t-shirt. So that's another opportunity as well.
It's a very cool look.
Yeah.
Swag, learning opportunities, fun, music. What's not to like about volunteering for this Levitt Amp Harrisonburg music series? That's my next question.
There is no downside.
No downside. I think this is really great. And I would love if you can share how best can laughers follow details about this music series on social media or otherwise to connect with you all and get more information.
Yeah, so we will have all our information up to date on our website. So the best link to use is just amphburg.com. That's amphburg.com. That will have a list of all 10 of our artists, some more information about them, as well as information about the volunteering and sponsorships. So definitely check out that. And then on social media, you'll want to follow us at Downtown Harrisonburg. We're on Instagram and Facebook. You also might see a few TikToks from us, so follow us there too. But that is where we'll also be posting updates on social media as well for this series.
Great. And Laughers, we'll be sure to put that information for you in the show notes as well. So if you're working out or driving, no worries. It will be right there for you when you can be safe to check that out. Plus, we will also have for you that discount promo code LAUGH15 to buy delicious gourmet popcorn at prepopsterous.com. That's prepopsterous.com. And that will be in the show notes for you as well. We love our sponsor. They sent these ladies some popcorn, and I heard they had some fun eating it up in the office. Is that right, ladies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was delicious. The maple popcorn was sweet and salty. It was really delightful.
Just a warning. If you get the spiked cheddar, if you open it, you'll finish it. Yeah. Figured that out when I was alone in the office.
And they're asking, where's the spiked cheddar? You're going, what spiked cheddar?
We support them. Yeah. It was.
Which did you try, Emily? Did you try any of them?
My favorite was the JMU colored one. So good. You get that caramely flavor, but you get that beautiful purple as Duke dog, and just bringing me back to my JMU roots. It was a lovely little surprise in our box.
Yes, that's right. I love their popcorn. Also makes for a great snack to have on hand for the music series in the summer. So you can pick some up, get a discount, and bring it with you to the Wednesday nights when they have all the fun going down that we can't wait to do. Thank you so much, Emily, Jennifer, and Grace. This has been so fun chatting about all things Levitt Amp Harrisonburg Music Series today, and I can't wait to go check it all out. So thanks again for coming on the show and sharing this with us.
Thanks for having us.
We look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah. We're amped.
Laughers, to connect and learn more about this music series, be sure to visit their website at amphburg.com. That's AMPHBURG.com, or stalk their social media and TikTok videos for all the updates. Be sure to plan your trip to downtown Harrisonburg to enjoy all the sights, scenes, restaurants, breweries, music, and more during this series today. And lastly, and most importantly, thanks for tuning in, Laughers. Out of all the podcasts out there, you picked us, and we think that's pretty darn special, just like you. Until next time, keep smiling. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Virginia is for Laughers podcast, brought to you by X2 Comedy. We'll be dropping a new podcast every Wednesday, so check back for another uplifting episode. Come to an X2 Comedy show, or let us bring one to you. To find out more, head to x2comedy.com. Be sure to share this podcast with a friend, and until next time, cheers.